Hello! In this video, I will show you how to play the marketing funnel game. So, this game is related to understand the effects of different marketing strategies on marketing performance. And also, you need to understand how to analyze data and how to look to different marketing metrics and different elements of your marketing information system to bring better decisions to your business. So, the basic scenario of the game is the SaaS sector, so software as a service, and every team will run a company in this sector. So basically, what we're talking here is that each team will have a different company operating in this sector. One thing that's important to highlight here is that this is a non-competitive game. And what this means? Basically, this means that each team will run your simulation in a different world. You're not going to compete for the same customers because basically you're thinking that every team you operate in a different world, a different simulated universe. So basically, this means that each team can have different um, can go more deep into the simulation, and others can be more slow, and there's no problem with that. So each team will have their own pace. So each team will have a SaaS company, and you have some initial estimates for your business. And as I told you, basically each team will sell products to provide business intelligence softwares and also other managerial support decision systems for small and medium-sized enterprise. And in this market, you expect to achieve between 500 to 1,500 customers in the first year. So we can see here how many customers you may achieve in the long term. You invested in the beginning of the simulation $2 million just to develop the software and also to prepare the company to start selling the products and services. And also you have $5 million in the bank to spend, and you need that money to keep the company running, and you need to pay for the employees, and you have fixed costs and variable costs, and many other costs in the company. Also, in the first, one of the first decisions is to choose how many customer success employees will work in a company. And in the beginning, you'll be able to have at most 150 customer success employees. So this means that you can have indeed you can have at most 20 customer success employees, but in general, you expect that each customer success employee work for no more than 150 customers. So basically, this is the maximum capacity for each employee to work with 150 customers. Um, you also have the variable cost of $25 per customer per month. So basically, if you have 10 customers, you need to pay $250 per month just because of that amount of customers, that quantity of customers. And also you have the operational costs like renting, water, energy, and this is something like $240,000 per year. And also you have other administrative and general costs, and these costs will increase as the number of customers increase. So here you can see that the cost will increase if you have a lot of customers. And you don't need to worry about these numbers here because everything's prepared in the Excel file. So the only thing that you need to do is to run your decisions, and automatically the software will try to estimate the demand based on your assumptions, and all the costs will be related to the projection based on your decisions. So the first thing you need to do is to understand the marketing funnel. So what are the steps that in general the customers will pass through until they became a regular and loyal customer. So basically, the objective here is to achieve a huge market and to have profit, having your service offered to a lot of customers, and also you need to have a lot of loyal customers. So um, also you need to understand that the simulation, each round will represent 1 year of operations, and basically we expect to have 10 rounds of the simulation. So this means that you are going to operate for 10 years. And in 10 years, many things can happen. And also, as you can see, macroeconomic conditions could affect adversely your performance. So in years where you have a very good macroeconomic scenario, you'll be much easier to conquer new customers and also to retain existing customers. But if something like a crisis appears, so it will be much harder to achieve new customers and also to keep your customers. So in general, you believe also that between 10 and 12 customer success employees, it's okay for the first year. So depending on your appetite for risk, you may choose between one of these two numbers. And also you have some marketing research information telling you that in general, in your business, you may ask for customers between $150 per month to use your software and at maximum $300 per month. Okay, this is the average price for a monthly subscription. So, how will work our marketing funnel? So basically, the marketing funnel will have 3 stages, and the last one will be the rotation. So basically, the first thing you need to have the concept, you need the people need to know that you exist. After that, they need to have interest by your product, and finally, they need to purchase to actually buy something from you, buy the software from you. And the base of the funnel, it's basically the total reach. So the total reach is the number of medium and small and medium-sized enterprise that will see your ads in different media, especially online media, but in some cases also offline measures of your reach. And your objective is to estimate your conversion for making new decisions. And after that, the funnel will run, and based on your decisions, your conversion will represent how many customers you will achieve. And by learning the marketing funnel, what the conversion and the reach of your marketing strategy, you will be able, and also look into different marketing metrics and models, you'll be able to refine your decisions and take into account the scenario and your strategy. You could improve your decision making after some rounds. So the objective here is to show you how you can learn from the experience and how you can read the marketing funnel using marketing metrics and models to arrive with better decisions. So, the total reach. The total reach represents how many persons, how many companies will be reached by your strategy, especially on online media, but also using offline measures. So the range represented not only by virtual environments, represent how many companies or how many people watched your have access to your promotion. For sure, we have a lot of person that will see what you're selling, but they are not from your target market. And this is something that is very common in digital marketing and in marketing in general. So because of that, you need to choose a strategy for achieving your target markets. And basically, you can go through a very narrow strategy to a very broad strategy. A very narrow strategy is basically when you choose to make a very precise definition of your public. And when you do that, probably you're going to count on different ways for reaching your customers, like uh, events, seminars, and also online media. But in online media, you'll be very precise on your definition. For instance, if you know AdSense and AdWords, you're going to choose just some specific words and just some specific profile of customers to see your advertisement. And for sure, this will be much more costly for you. But as you can see here, if you choose a very narrow strategy, you reach not a lot of customers per month, but the number of customers of people watching your promotion that will navigate on your websites, on your blogs, on your videos, and so on, will be much higher. And as you choose to have a more broad strategy, then you start appearing everywhere in the internet. In every search in Google, you appear there. But for sure, a lot of people you see those ads and say, okay, that's not for me. And because of that, the percentage of people you expect to convert and to enter into your navigation and start looking what you're offering will be much smaller. So this is one first point. You can try to be very precise and try to have a huge conversion, or you may try to reach a lot of customers and have a small percentage of them looking to your websites or blogs to understand what you're really selling to them. Indeed, you don't know the exact percentage of conversion here. It depends on many factors. You're going to see later that. But indeed, if you choose a more broad strategy, the conversion to navigation will be much smaller. And if you look for a more narrow strategy, you will convert much more. So let's see what will affect these. So these values can change according to the evolution of the game, but let's see three main factors that will affect your conversion when you talk, will affect your reach indeed. So they invest in marketing sales. So if you invest a lot of money in marketing sales, you achieve much more people. So if you want to achieve a lot of people, you need to have a huge marketing and sales investment. So this means that if you choose, for instance, a very broad strategy and invest a lot of money, then you can have much more than 15 million people seeing your ads in 1 month. You can have twice, 3 times that, depending on how much you're spending. Also, if you have more customers, this means that this will have one word of mouth effect, and basically the reach will increase as the number of customers also increase. And also, during the evolution of the company, in different rounds, then the reach will also increase. So over the time, the reach of your company will increase. So let's look to the Excel file and see how we can do that here. Suppose that I'm going to be here the TM number 4. So I'm here using the Excel file that you have access. And as you can see here, we have a place to put our marketing funnel assumptions. And you have here a way to put our decisions. So let's start with just 2 decisions. Suppose that I'm planning to have a regular strategy, so I'm not planning to achieve too much people, not and I'm not trying to achieve just a narrow part or a small part of the market, so I will have an average. And let's suppose that I'm going to invest on marketing. Yeah, in the first year you can invest no more than 1,500,000 dollars. And suppose that I'm going to invest here this amount in the first year. So if this in mind, I need to have one idea here in the funnel of how much what will be the reach of your company in the last month of the operation. So for the first round, this means that you're talking about the month number December in the year, because we're going to start the simulation on January. So looking here to the average monthly, I can have a guess. Let's say that I'm going to achieve in the end. I think that for the first year, it's not easy to achieve 2 million reach in one month. So let's say that I'm going to achieve, I believe that I'm going to achieve that, okay? So let's move to the other parts of the simulation. The second stage of the funnel is the navigation. So basically the percentage of people that watch your ads and look for more information on your websites, blogs, videos, and so on. And basically also this measure is influenced by the investment in marketing sales. So with a huge investment on marketing, you can have you can increase your conversion. So it's bigger than the usual. And if you have a more broad strategy, like a broad or very broad, also the navigation will be reduced. So if I look here to the table for a regular strategy, I'm expecting to have between 3 to 6% of conversion to navigation. So let's see, I'm starting. I believe that only 5% of the customers will be converted to navigate on my websites. And let's move to the next stage. After they enter into your websites and blogs and so on, then the next step is to become a qualified lead. So basically here, the customer will ask for more information about your product. He basically will try to have some information about the product and so on. And basically, we're talking here about the interest in your product. So it's the conversion of interest is based on measured by the number of contacts that you subscribe to you in different forms. And in the beginning, you believe that between 4 to 8% will convert to be a qualified lead, and you believe that in the future it's possible to achieve 5 to 10% in a very good scenario. And what will affect your conversion in this stage? The first thing is how much you invest in research and development. So basically, research and development, it's a measure of the update and the new features that you add to your softwares and platforms, and also the quality in general of your platforms. So if you expect to have a very attractive service, you need to invest a lot on marketing, on research and development. So in the beginning, you can invest at most $1.5 million in research and development. And I believe that in the beginning I have a good software, and I'm not thinking about having a great improvement in the first year. So I invest not too much, just invest $500,000 on that. Okay, and in the beginning, as you can see here in the top of the app, you have the information about the marketing environment. So your marketing information system tells you that You have good economic prospects and a trend towards technology use, which present a positive scenario this year. So you're entering in a very good scenario. This kind of technology, it's just appearing in the world, and you have a good product, so you have a very good scenario. Thinking about everything and looking at those numbers here, I'm going to be very optimistic here. I believe that 7% in this scenario, with that investment, I believe that 7% of people navigating my website will become qualified leads. Okay, and after becoming a qualified lead, what's the next stage? The next stage is to become a new subscription to your SaaS platform. So basically here, the qualified lead will start using your app. So you believe that you have some information about using your marketing research background, that the percentage conversion will vary between 5 to 10%. And what will determine the rate of conversion in this stage? Basically, the number of customers per customer success. So basically what you have here, suppose that you have a huge staff to help your customers. But this staff not only help your customers, but also help qualified leads to use free versions of your app, and using that, if they really learn and see how they can achieve success using that software, then it's the number of qualified leads is starting to use the paid version of your software will increase very fast. So if you have a huge number of customer success per if you have one customer success taking care of too many customers, it'll be very hard to convert new customers. I don't have now an information of how much customer success I will choose, but let's suppose that I'm going to have here in the beginning like 10 customer success. So I will initiate with one estimate here and put, for instance, the paid description on 5%. Like something very not so optimistic here. Let's look to other features that will affect your conversion in this stage. So you have the price. So if you increase the price, the conversion will be smaller. If you have lower price, the conversion will be higher in the last stage of purchase intention, purchase action. And also the macroeconomic scenario will affect your conversion in this stage. Let me suppose that I'm going to start with $200 for the monthly subscription in the software, and I have a very good economic scenario. Yeah, I believe that with that price and with the number of customer success that I may have something like a 5% conversion in this stage. And the last stage, the retention stage, is not a part of the conversion to become a new customer, but it's very important to convert a customer to be a loyal customer. So basically here, you need to have to estimate your customer retention rate. And basically here, we're talking about the annual customer retention rate. In general, you expect to retain between 70 to 90% of your customers in the end of 1 year, but a lot of factors can affect this retention. First, the number of clients per customer success. If you have too many customers you have too many customers per employee operating to help these customers, then you have a lot of churn, a lot of losses, loss of customers during the year. So, if the teams are overloaded, many claims will abandon the company. Also, a higher price increase the the losses, so increase the churn. So suppose that if you increase your price, a lot of customers will not have the money to pay for your services. Also, the macroeconomic scenario will affect. So if if you have crisis, you're going to lose a lot of customers just because of the crisis. And in a very good economic scenario, you have your retention rate will be much higher. And also, your accumulated investment on research and development will improve your platform, and making that more customers will say, okay, this is a very good platform, they are changing, they are improving a lot of things, they listen what I tell them, and they improve the software, and they will keep with the company. So let's start with one estimate here. We're going to see to revise our decisions in the next part of the video. But here, you'll be able to see that I believe that in the first year, I'm going to retain 80% of my customers. And now, we have something interesting here, because now you have some estimate of the results in the first year. If everything that you're expecting here is true, if exactly this you achieved this if you achieve this reach, if you have this conversion on navigation and qualified leads and so on, in the end you will be sure, for sure, 100% sure that if that happens, in the end you will have this number of customers here. So 1.1 thousand customers approximately. And basically, you will be operating with on an average of 39 customers per customer success employee. So this is a good number. When you have less than 39, when you have less than 50, it's okay. It's the best you can do in the case of number of customers per customer success. If you have something like 100, it's not that good, and more than 100 to 150, this is not that good. So in that case, I really believe that my retention rate will be higher, because I'm operating with I have a lot of all my employees have time to work with each customer. So I will improve that, because I believe that I can achieve even something better. As you can see here, when I do that, there was a change here, and by changing my my retention rate, this means that the active customers in the end of period will also increase. Also, you have here the customer acquisition cost. So to conquer each customer, I'll be spending $1,200 per each customer, and to retain each customer, it will cost about $174 per customer. And also, this will be my revenue, my expected revenue, and this is the profit of my company. So basically, you are going to lose a lot of money in the first year, and indeed, it's very hard to achieve a profitable business in the first year. So it's basically, it's not easy to achieve that. So don't worry if your estimates and also if the results are not that good in the first round. So as you can see here, I'm expecting to have these results. I can also go to this tab here called predictions, and you'll be able to see the evolution of the number of customers that you have. So here in this left side, you have the number of customers. So you begin with the blue line is the total number of customers. So you can see that you begin with not a lot of customers, but you start increasing very fast by the end of the year. And this net subscription is basically the difference between the number of new subscriptions subtracted by the number of churned customers. So basically, you pick up the number of new subscriptions and you have the customers leaving your business. And so this is the net subscriptions of your business. The red line in the right side here, you have your financial performance, and the red line represents your profit. As you can see, you start losing some money. So yeah, you start losing some money on your business. And this orange line represents your working capital. So how much money do you have to invest? If that happens, this will be the scenario. Okay, that's not a very good scenario for me. Let's do something better. I believe that I can do better with that. I think that really I'm going to achieve not to have a reach of not 1.5 million customers in the last month, but I believe that I'm going to reach that amount of customers, 2 million customers in the end. And also, I believe that I will convert to navigation 8%, and my qualified leads will be 8%. Let's see what changed. Now you can see that you have a lot of customers. It was expected to have a lot of customers in the end of the period. And also you have some financial losses, but not that high. And let's look to the predictions. Yeah, very good scenario. This is just one way of helping you making decisions. You need to look and see, okay, I'm okay with my decisions. I believe that with that decisions here, I can achieve that level of conversion. And if you achieve that level of conversion, you can be 100% sure that you will achieve exactly the results presented here and here. But as you know, no one can control everything in life. And after making predictions, you need to send the decisions and see the results. So what you need to do for doing that, you need just to save this file and share the file with me by using the way that I tell you in Classroom. So doing that, you basically I will run the simulation and give a feedback to you, not with the predictions, but with what really happened to your company. Okay, so that's it. Have a nice look on that. And don't forget to read all the other parts of the paper, especially when you talk about the decisions. You have a lot of special tips and a different scenario that will help you understanding what's a good decision and what you can do and what's the effects. And I expect that with this video you will be able to have at least one idea of your first decisions. Thank you.